Here's my review of The Man in My Basement. This movie is pretty bizarre, which I should have expected. I feel like Willem Dafoe all the movies that he's in are always just very weird. And this one is no different, where in this movie, Willem Dafoe, who in the movie's name is Aniston Bennett, which I believe is a fake name, offers Charles Blakely $1,000 a day to let him stay in his basement. And with such a bizarre concept like that, of course, that raises like so many questions, like why are you on the run? And then like he's like, no questions, it's like you want the money or not. And it just leads to this very fascinating dynamic. And Willem Dafoe, of course, is just fantastic in everything he is. And of course, like the way he proposes it, it's like, I'll stay in your basement, $1,000 a day, and and just at least let me try. Like, he's trying to do it for like 100 days, or maybe it's a little bit less. Like, he's like, oh, at least let me do it for like a couple weeks. If you don't like it, I'm out. And since he really needs the money, he offers. And it's just this weird movie, like with a bunch of like racial allegories and metaphors. But when you have such a bizarre concept, but when you have great actors, it kind of works. Like, I liked it. I wouldn't really want to watch it again, but it was definitely kept my interest all the way through. And throughout the course of this movie, you find out like there's lots of times where Charles is asking him, it's like, why do you want to do this? And it's like, okay, I'll reveal certain kind of, it's like over the course of the movie, you slowly kind of learn more about Aniston, about Mr. Bennett. And it's just very fascinating. Like, you feel like at a certain point he reveals like he shot a black man, and then he feels this guilt, which just kind of like, it's just this bizarre scenario. So then it's like, they also like, even like the other character, like Charles brings up, it's like, oh, it's just so because I'm black, if you are basically like my slave for a little bit, that makes up for murder. And it's just like this weird like back and forth, like kind of like metaphors and allegories. But I think because you have such strong actors, it works. And Willem Dafoe, like, of course, he's the standout here. Like, he's always so good at playing these weird characters, and he's great. And over the course of the movie, like, there are times when they kind of go back and forth, and there are also times when he wants him out. Like, at a certain point, like, he just can't take it. And then there's also all this stuff happening on the outside. There's like where he's almost trying to deal with like his dating life, and then or even when he brings people over, they hear noises like, what's that? And he can't explain it. And there's just a lot of like fascinating stuff here, which makes this an enjoyable time, but it just wasn't great. I wouldn't really watch it again, but it was just definitely fun. So yeah, in conclusion, I'm not really going to go too in depth of this movie because I wouldn't really say there's that much to talk about. The acting is great from both Corey and Willem. I like the eerie atmosphere. And overall, it's a fun time if you like these kinds of weird movies. And, like, of course, if you like over-the-top performances, you're going to get that. But I feel like this is a movie where, like I said, like, I wouldn't watch it again. But I feel like this is a movie where, like, I think that if you were to watch it, some people are probably going to absolutely hate it. And I feel like you got to just go in knowing that this is kind of a weird movie, or else you're probably not going to dig it at all.